Hello, my friends. Have I ever been busy? Jerry Rosa here in the Rosa Stringworks Man Cave. I had a lot of songs to do tonight, and only a couple of them have I ever done before in my life. Most of these, not only have I never done them, but one or two of them, I've barely ever heard them. Oh my gosh. And one of them is a tongue twister from Where They Come From. And I actually learned the wrong song. That's not the song he asked for. All right, let me explain. We've got Don Nice asked for He Doesn't Look Like Me, which is the new song I wrote. I kind of know that one. Even though since it's the most new song that I've written, it's the hardest one for me to remember. But I think I can get through that one. Now, if I know the song, I don't read the words, but trust me, on all of these songs tonight, I'll be reading the words, and more than likely, I won't even bother to look at the camera, because the truth is, if I lose my place, especially on one of the songs, there's no finding it back for me, because I don't have that good of reading skills. So the second song will be Lonesome Fugitive, and that's a tune that was requested as a Merle Haggard tune by David Sutter. Now, I think we have a really good version of Lonesome Fugitive. It's just not a good single-person version. You'll see what I mean when I get to it, because we do it really fast. We play the melody at twice the speed, but we sing it at the straight speed, or, well, we probably sing it a little faster than Merle did it, but it's, we're singing it in single time and we're playing it in double time. So it's pretty cool when you got the banjo and the whole band behind it, but just with just a mandolin, this is the first time I've ever done that too. So there's a lot of firsts tonight. Please Help Me, I'm Falling as a request from Bill Mumbo, and that is a Hank Lachlan tune, I think, isn't it? And it's a great tune. I really like that tune. Precious Lord, Take My Hand from Bill Rhodes requested that, and there's a lot of people that have that song out. Tennessee Ernie Ford was the one that he recommended. I did listen to that one, but I didn't really try to pick any particular style or anything. I just going to do that my own way, because it's really hard to get through these songs as it is. And then let's see, G&P Old Marine Shop asked for a Vern Gosdin tune. Now, I listened to about a dozen or more Vern Gosdin tunes this afternoon, and most of them I'd never heard before. So this one here I definitely had heard, but only a long time ago. I haven't heard it in years. It's called That Just About Does It, Don't It? So that one there made sense for me to try that one. So I got the words here for that one, so we'll try it. And then my screw-up song here, and when I say screw-up, is I heard him say he wanted to hear Streets of Laredo, and that was Geno Hitch. Well, I actually Googled Streets of Laredo for the song lyrics, but for whatever reason, El Paso popped up, and in my brain, just, because I'm in a hurry, I'm trying to get through all this stuff, and in my brain, I'm thinking, oh, that's probably the same song, he just called it by a different title, and I didn't think any further than that, and I know it's not the same song. I know it's not, but I didn't think about it at the time, and I just went with it. And then I went ahead and learned the whole song, and it's a tongue twister, long-worded, winded song. El Paso. So Geno Hitch, tonight you're getting El Paso. Sorry, buddy. But it's a cool song. I really like it. I might actually try to work it up and keep it in my repertoire, but man, is it a tough song. It's one of the toughest songs I've ever done. It ranks right up there with the Hank Snow, I've Been Everywhere song. Oh my gosh, it ranks right up there with that. And then lastly, I'm going to add a song in here for Dottie. Dottie didn't actually make a request today, but I'm going to add a song, and she normally asks for Help Is on the Way or Vine Covered Church or something like that, but I'm going to Trade the Old Cross for a Crown for Dottie Hildebrandt this evening, and the reason I'm going to do that is because it's one of my favorite tunes that's off of our gospel album, and I think you'll like it, Dottie. So anyway, Here we go. Hope you're all in a real lenient mood tonight, because there are going to be mistakes made tonight. There's no doubt about that. Well, there is every time I play, but especially tonight. Let me turn the camera down a little bit. I didn't have time to do all this before we went live, trust me. I'm going to turn it down a little bit so that you can see the chords and things. All right, so we'll start with the one that I wrote, He Doesn't Look Like Me, for Don Nice. And this is the song that I wrote just by the fact that whenever I look in the mirror, I know it probably sounds trite, or maybe I'm making this up, but it's not. I'm not making it up. Every time I look in the mirror, I go, man, it just doesn't look, I shouldn't look that old. I don't feel that old, other than the arthritis. I don't honestly feel that old, but I sure look like it when I look in the mirror, and it bothers me. So I wrote this song about that. When I look in the mirror, I see the old man there. He doesn't look like me. He's got too much gray hair. Then my mind drifts back to 1963, when my brother and I built our first house up in those sassafras trees. Then I look in that mirror, I see the old man there. He doesn't look like me, and he seems so unaware. Now I'm back in 1983, and we've got a new house now, and our family is complete. Then I look in that mirror, I see the old man there. He doesn't look like me. It's almost too much to bear. Now I find myself in the present day. You've got gray in your hair. I guess time has made it that way. Then I look in that mirror, and it slowly dawns on me that we've had a good life, as God meant it to be. I'm going to throw away that mirror. Anyway, that is truly how I feel when I look in the mirror. I go, it just doesn't look like me. Another place where that showed up for me was in the comments, and I'm especially back 10 years ago. Not so much now, but like 10 years ago when I first started the YouTube channel. People would say, hey, Grandpa, how you doing? And I'm thinking, Grandpa, I don't feel like I'm that old. What are you talking about? Even though I did have a few grandkids, but it was just like, it was people that were in their 20s or whatever calling me Grandpa. And I'm going like, that don't make sense. Why are you doing that? But if the shoe fits, you got to wear it, Now, this next song... This is a real good time if you need to go get a snack or whatever. Just go ahead. It'd be all right. Like I said, I think we have a great version of this song when the whole band's here. I don't know what possessed me to try this one tonight by myself. It's going to be tough, and it's even tougher to keep it in time. It's a Merle Haggard song. It's Lonesome Fugitive. It's just 1-4-5. I think that's all there is. 1-4-5. So it's A, D, and E. I'm playing it in the key of A, D, and E. Now you're going to have to do something to keep up with me on your rhythm if you're going to play it in double time like we do. It's crazy. Here we go. Down every... No, let me start it in the right key here. Down every road, there's always one more city. I'm on the run, the highway is my home. I raised a lot of cane back in my younger days, while Mama used to pray my crop would fail. Now I'm a lonely fugitive with just two ways: outrun the law or spend my life in jail. I'd like to settle down, but they won't let me. A fugitive must be a rolling stone. Down every road, there's always one more city. I'm on the run, the highway is my home. I'm lonely, but I can't afford the luxury of having one I love to come along. She'd only slow me down and they'd catch up to me. For he who travels fastest goes alone. I'd like to settle down, but they won't let me. A fugitive must be a rolling stone. Down every road, there's always one more city. I'm on the run, the highway is my home. Yes, I'm on the run, the highway is my home. Well, last note was a little sour, wasn't it? I stretched the string with my finger when I hit it. Anyway, there you go. That's how we do it. It's sort of how we do it. Except usually the banjo player's playing it really fast, and I don't have to do so much. Oh my gosh, that's really difficult. If you've ever tried to do that, you should try it. Try to play a song in double time and sing it in single time. It ain't easy to do. Especially not easy by yourself. Okay, here we go. Here comes reading time. Now, you all know that reading is my strong suit. So, here we go. This one's going to be in G. It's Please Help Me, I'm Fallen, which was a request by Bill Mumbo. I think it's Hank Lachlan, I think, was the guy that made this song popular. And I got to get this. There's so many mics in the way, I can't see the paper to read it. So don't plan on me looking at you, because I won't be. Because I do not know any of these songs. I've never done any of the rest of these songs ever in my life. Please help me, I'm falling in love with you. Close the door to temptation. Don't let me walk through. Turn away from me, darling. I'm begging you to. Please help me, I'm falling in love with you. I belong to another whose arms have grown cold, but I'm promised forever to have and to hold. I can never be free, dear, but when I'm with you, I know that I'm losing the will to be true. Please help me, I'm falling in love with you. Close the door to temptation. Don't let me walk through. Turn away from me, darling. I'm begging you to. Please help me, I'm falling in love with you. Please help me, I'm falling in love with you. Almost made it. Well, it's about as good as I can do with very little practice. It took me, I'm not making this up. You probably think I'll be making this up. It took me over an hour and a half just to write down all the words and put the chords to El Paso. Over an hour and a half just for that one song. And then I had to try to read it and practice it, and reading it is the hard part. Oh my gosh. What I do for you guys, you just have no idea. Let's see, we got 51 viewers at the moment. Let's see if we can keep that many after I'm done with the next one. This next one was Precious Lord, Take My Hand. Bill Rhodes requested it as a Tennessee Ernie type song. I heard it from a lot of different people today. I listened to several different versions of it just so I could kind of get the melody in my head and do it. So here we go. Here's my best shot. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I'm tired, I am weak, I am worn. Through the storm, through the night, lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home. When my way grows drear, precious Lord, linger near. When my life is almost gone, hear my cry, hear my call, hold my hand lest I fall. In my hand, precious Lord, lead me home. When the darkness appears and the night draws near, and the day is past and gone, at the river I stand, guide my feet, hold my hand, take my hand, precious Lord, lead me home. Guide my feet, hold my hand, take my hand. Oh, that didn't work out right. Take my hand, Precious Lord, take my hand. I messed that all up real bad. Again, I'm going to blame it on reading. I tried to come up with a recap there at the end, and I hadn't practiced one, so there you go. That's what you get. Sorry. I tried. I really did try. This next one, I've heard this song, but man, it's probably been 20 years ago when I heard it. This is the Vern Gosdin tune. I don't know about any of you people that, practice a song and pretty much the same moment you learn it, you do it live on YouTube. It's not really a smart thing to do, but I'm doing it anyway. Nobody ever accused me of being smart. All right, this is going to be in the key of D. It's it has a E minor in it, so that's your 2 minor. So it's got 1, 4, 5. So it's got D, G, A, and it's got a 2 minor. So there you go. And this one here, I even have a little bit of trouble trying to find the melody in it, but I'll do what I can. It's going to take me a second. Every night you go to bed crying. There's nothing left to do. Love is dying. So before the whole world knows how we're hurting, don't you think it's time we pull the curtains? So many times I talked you out of leaving, and so many times you've tried to fight the feeling. I guess we've tried and failed once too often. Now the suitcase down the hallway does all the talking. That just about does it, don't it? That just about kill it, won't it? Maybe we should call a truce, and we could, but what's the use? That just about does it, don't it? It's sad that the words could come between us, and what I said, God knows I didn't mean it. It's time we realized it's over. It's tearing us apart to stay together. That just about does it, don't it? That just about killed it, won't it? Maybe we should call a truce. We could, but what's the use? That just about does it, don't it? Maybe we should call a truce, and we could, but what's the use? That just about does it, don't it? Good tune. If we just had somebody that could do it. El Paso. Oh my gosh. Look at this. You think I'm making this up? That's El Paso. But that's not all of it. Here's the rest of it. And I learned it, 30, 40 minutes ago. Oh my gosh. I'm an idiot. I'm a total idiot. You know, if you don't mind, I'm going to take a second and snip this off so I can put these words, put them close together where I can find it all and see it all. Literally just got it off the printer a minute ago. I'm an idiot. I'm a total idiot. I don't know why I would do this to myself. Or to you guys, for that matter, now that I think about it. I'm going to put some tape on it too, because I know it's going to slide around here and get all messed up. This way it'll be where at least that won't be my excuse that the paper ran off. Oh, here we go. This is going to be a fun one. Now this one's, good luck following the chords on this. I mean, it's not terribly hard. It's not really hard chords. It's just that the song is fast. It's a real fast waltz is what it is. Out of the West Texas town of El Paso. That's the way it goes. And, you know, I was practicing right along with Marty Robbins singing it, and that's how fast it is. It's just that they use a slower beat to it. I mean, it's in the same exact time as that. It's just that they, I don't know, countryfy it to the point where it sounds like the music is slower, but it's not. Trust me, it's not. Here we go. Man, this is tough. It's in D. Again, it's the same chords as the last song. In fact, it's got an E minor in it. Out of the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with a Mexican girl. Nighttime would find me at Rosa's cantina. Music would play and Felina would whirl. Blacker than night were the eyes of Felina, wicked and evil while casting a spell. My love was deep for this Mexican maiden. I was in love, but in vain I could tell. One night a wild young cowboy came in, wild as the West Texas wind. Dashing and daring, a drink he was sharing with wicked Felina, the girl that I love. So in anger I challenged his right for the love of this maiden, down with his hand for the gun that he wore. My challenge was answered in less than a heartbeat. Handsome young stranger lay dead on the floor. Just for a moment I stood there in silence, shocked by the foul evil deed that I'd done. My thoughts raced through my mind as I stood there. I had but one chance, and that was to run. Out through the back door of Rosa's I ran, out where the horses were tied. I caught a good one, it looked like it could run, up on its back and away I did ride, just as fast as I could from the West Texas town of El Paso, out of the badlands of New Mexico. Back in El Paso my life would be worthless, everything's gone in life, nothing is left. It's been so long since I've seen the young maiden, my love is stronger than my fear of death. I settled up and away I did go, riding alone in the dark. Maybe tomorrow a bullet may find me, tonight nothing's worth in this pain in my heart. And at last I'm on the hill overlooking the Paso, I can see Rosa's cantina below. My love is strong and it pushes me onward, down off the hill on Felina I go. Off to my right I see 5 mounted cowboys, off to my left I'd ride a dozen or more. Shouting and shooting, I can't let them catch me, I have to make it to Rosa's back door. Saw
Something is dreadfully wrong, for I feel a deep burning pain in my side. Though I am trying to stay in this saddle, I'm getting weary, unable to ride. But my love for Felina is strong, and I rise, for I've fallen. Though I am weary, I can't stop to rest. I see the white puff of smoke from the rifle. I feel the bullet go deep in my chest. From out of nowhere, Felina has found me, kissing my cheek as she kneels by my side. Cradled by two loving arms that I'll die for. One little kiss and Felina, goodbye. And good riddance. Oh my gosh. Whew. What a mess. What an idiot. Nobody in their right mind would do that to themselves, or to you people for that matter. Here we go. Anyway, let's see. I've got one last tune. This is probably the last time we'll ever do this, because I doubt anybody's going to tune in next week, except that the band's supposed to be here next week, but I got to talk to you about that. I'm beginning to wonder if we should even have it next week, because that dang overpass is going to be closed up, and it's going to mess up a lot of stuff for a lot of people. But anyway, the last tune I'm going to do for you here is Trade the Old Cross for a Crown, and I'm doing this especially for Dottie. Been praying for you, Dottie. I hope everything goes well for you. Now this song is G, C, D. It also has an A in it. So it's 1, 4, 5 with a 2 chord at A, but it also has a 3, which is a B. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is B. Started to say B flat, and that ain't right. It's B, because B and C are right next to each other. I should know that. So anyway, after you play a 3 chord, you always go to your 4 chord. After you play a 2 chord, you almost always go to your 5 chord. So if you see a 3 up here, then I'm going to my 4 there. If you see a 2 down here, I'm going to my 5 there. That's just generally how music works. Here we go. The trick of this song, by the way, is on the chorus. Everybody thinks it's going to go to the 2 chord first, but in this case, this song is weird. It goes to the 5 chord first, then it goes to the 2 chord, then it comes back to the 5 chord. So you still come back to a 5 after the 2, but it goes to the 5 first, then it goes to the 2, then it comes back to the 5. So it's a lot different than average. I've seen, there's 2 or 3 other songs I know that do that too, but it's unusual. Let's see. Here we go. I shall not bear the cross through yon city, when the burdens of life I lay down. When I knock on the portals of heaven, I will trade the old cross for a crown. Though the cross oftentimes has been heavy, when all fortune on me begins to frown, but how happy I'll be over yonder, when I trade the old cross for a crown. Here we go on that chorus. And I will trade the old cross for a crown, when the burdens of life I lay down, when those pearly gates for me shall swing open, I will trade the
the old cross for a crown. Every cross that I bear for my Savior will at last, one day when he calls me, lay down. And all my sorrow will then be forgotten. And that's when I'll trade the old cross for a crown. And I will trade the old cross for a crown. When the burdens of life I lay down, when those pearly gates for me shall swing open, I will trade the old cross for a crown. When those pearly gates for me shall swing open, I will trade the old cross for a crown. That's a great song. I wished I had written it. That's not mine. I heard it from Doyle Lawson. I don't know who wrote it. Oh, well, I don't know if I should take this off or not, but I'm pretty sure I should. Based on how tonight went, I probably should take it off. Let's go to the comments and see what's going on. Let's see here. There's a lot of comments tonight. That might be good or that might be real bad. Joe Nigans, it says, good evening, Bill Rhodes. Well, looks like I'm first. Good luck with the Tonight Show. I'd like to be doing the Tonight Show. That'd be cool. I'll be right there. Well, actually, in a sort of weird way, I did actually sort of have a connection with the Tonight Show. I started to say perform on the Tonight Show, but I didn't really perform exactly. But I had a connection to a performance on the Tonight Show. Ricky Simpkins, who played with Tony Rice at one time, for quite a while actually. He played fiddle for Tony Rice. He called me up one day and he says, could you build me a special airline case for I need can't remember if he wanted a double fiddle case or a fiddle and a mandolin. I can't remember now which way he wanted it. But anyway, I said, yeah, I'll build it for you. So I built him a airline, proof case, you will, one that was crush proof. And anyway, they were headed up. That's the reason he wanted it, because they were flying out to the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, there you go. That's my connection to the Tonight Show. And that's all because you said Tonight Show there. Bill Rhodes, good evening, Jerry. I'm sorry I don't have the money to send you. I would love to, don't. That's okay. I don't expect anybody to pay anything at all, especially for the way I performed tonight. But if you would like to support me, you can, and you can do that with an email. You can do it through PayPal with an email. So in other words, you log into PayPal and you just say send money via email, and you just send it to rosastringworks@gmail.com. Rosa Stringworks, all jammed together, @gmail.com. Or you can click on the super chat if you prefer, and there's a $sign there on your screen, and you can do that. Bill Rhodes, let's see. Will I just seen my chats, not cats, but they weren't showing up a little bit ago. Okay. Let's see. Eddie Turner. Hey, Jerry, guess what? Tomorrow video will be your 2000th video, but who's counting? Yeah, and you know what? I don't think that counts accurate. I really don't. I got over 700 vlog-type videos. In fact, I'm getting close to 800, and I'm pretty positive I had over 1,500 regular videos. So I don't know. There's something screwed up with that whole count thing. I don't know. Like, you can't go by my numbers because, a lot of my videos had two and three, what do you call it? Chapters. I can't think of the right word. Like part 1, part 2, part 3. Some of them had 12 parts. So, and they had the same number. So, you can't go by just the number. Anyway, whatever it's worth. But thank you. 2,000, that's a pretty remarkable number. Bill Rhodes, now I see that I'm not first. Okay, well, that's all right. And today at the Social Security office, they told me that I will never see that check. Well, that don't sound right. Eddie Turner, every so often, YouTube switches who was on first. I have no clue why that is. Yeah, I don't get it either. There's all kinds of crud that happens out there. Bill Rhodes, so I was calling this company all last week, day before yesterday. I want to get my mail. There was 2 envelopes. When I opened them, they were letters denying my application for a loan I did not apply for. There you go. They call that spam. David Tharp, good evening, everyone. Not making any requests tonight. Whatever you decide to play will be just dandy. Well, maybe. Maybe. After we went live, Ronald Todd, good evening, Jerry, and everyone from the West Banks of New Jersey. Dottie Hildebrand, hello, everyone. Bill Rhodes, I'm sorry, Jerry. I just like to challenging people. Okay. Bill Rhodes, hi, Dottie. I see Dottie. Thank you, Jerry. You're welcome. Ronald Todd says, no requests here. Jerry, you play whatever you like, and that's fine with me. I'll try to follow. Well, good. Dottie Hildebrandt, you are welcome, Bill. Okay, that's a private one. Let's see. Don Nice, Jerry, thank you for the Mirror song. I like that song. Well, thank you for requesting. G&P Old Marine Shop, Jerry, I went and checked out Vern Gosden's Set 'em Up, Joe, after your flog. It's right on your alley. Maybe future song request. Well, I saw that one out there. I didn't play that one just because Set 'em Up sounds like drinking song, and I don't typically do drinking songs, so probably not. If, I probably wouldn't do that one. It's not that I'm, some goody two-shoes. I just avoid them. I don't know. It's not a big deal. I just don't do them for the most part. There's a couple songs I do that mention it. There are a couple, but only a couple. And I did those a long, long time ago, and people kept requesting them, so I just kept doing them. Don Nice, Jerry, I looked in a different mirror, so I cut my hair off. Dottie Hildebrandt, could you please play that song on your vlog? It was while you were doing the bolt or the skid loader. Oh, well, I'll try. Now, I haven't done this in literally years. Obviously, what you heard was recorded back in the 90s, so I'm not even sure what key I do it in. I think I used to do it in B, but that's probably high these days. I'm going to go back to A. A drifter is only a poet with wings. He moves, but he can't learn to fly. Running in footsteps ahead of his time, with no one to hear if he cries. With memories of your sweet love on my mind, I thumb my way out in the rain. Thinking of bridges I've burned in my life. Each bridge has caused somebody pain. But yesterday's apples are gone from the tree, and sour grapes are gone from the vine. Tomorrow a new life is starting for you, while nothing is changing in mine.
A drifter is only a poet with wings. He moves, but he can't learn to fly. Running in footsteps ahead of his time, with no one to hear if he cries. I'm only a... I'd have to pick it, and I don't know if I could pick it all to remember the words. See, if you don't do the song the way you always do it, it'll throw you off on your words. I'm only a man. I can't think of the second verse. I'm sorry, Dottie. I'll have to get that one out and brush it off. It's got to be. I'm not kidding you. Well, let's see. The last time I did it would have been down in Mountain View, and the last time would have been with Josh Poor, and that has to be at least 10 years, and I'm going to say more like 12 years or more, because like Bruce has been going down there 8 or 10 or 12 years now, and Josh Poor was before Bruce. So anyway, it's been a long time, so I apologize. I just don't, if you don't do them, I think I can still remember all the words, but I got to get it back in my head again. And I just wasn't prepared. Sorry. Ronald Todd, my favorite Vern Gosdin is Chiseled in Stone. I heard that one too, and I don't know. It wasn't what I expected, and none of them rang with me. I honestly didn't think I knew any of them except for the one I did, and that Set 'Em Up Joe. I didn't even play that one, but I doubt I would have heard it. So. I don't know. I just never did follow Vern Gosdin. He's great great singer. He's got a great voice, and just a different style of music. I think that it just doesn't quite fit me. It's really, most of his are really, really slow country songs. Then Gino Hitch. I just remembered Meek's song. I got swinging doors, a bar stool, and a jukebox, and I'll be here till closing time. Okay. Let's see. David Sutter, thanks for doing that Merle song, Jerry. Great job. Well, thanks. That was really tough to do at that speed, because that's the way. And if you don't, you have to keep doing them the way you're practiced in your band. If you start messing around with them, then not only that, you'll screw up the band, you screw up yourself. So you always have to try to do them like you practice them, even though that song is not meant to be a solo tune the way we do it. But thanks anyway. Let's see. Scott Roberts, your new song needs some work, but that's just my opinion. Okay. Gino Hitch, that was Merle. Okay. Now I forgot what you were talking about. So, okay. I just remembered that Merle song. I got swinging doors. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. It is. You're right. It is a Merle tune. Now that you say that, and that's another one I never did. I never did that song ever. And I like Merle songs, almost all of them, but there's just a couple I just never do, just because of the drinking factor. I don't do things that promote things I just completely disagree with. I completely disagree with drinking. I just think it's wrong all the way around. Anytime you get out of your mind, anything you do that puts you out of your mind is not a good thing. I don't care what anybody says. And the way I look at it, and I know I'm going to lose some friends over this, but that's okay. It's just the way. I'm just being honest. Doesn't mean we can't be friends, just because I have a totally different opinion. Just like I said, that John Mirage, he was the biggest pot smoker I've ever known in my life, and he was a good friend. He was here all the time, recording and stuff, and I enjoyed his company. But that doesn't mean I have to like what he does, and it's the same way with the drinking. I just totally, completely, 100% am opposed to drinking because of what it does to families, what it does to, people out on the highway, and, all that stuff. So that's just me. So that's why I don't do those songs. Sorry if it offends you. Let's see.
And Dottie says, good job on the Merle song. Well, thanks. Michael 2X, the Rosa Master is the best. Well, thank you. David Tharp, have you clicked the like button yet? Please do. Thumbs up, everyone. Well, now, I've already made half the people mad, so they're not going to click the thumbs up. Dottie Hildebrandt, beautiful, done, precious Lord. Oh, well, thank you. I've heard that song. I had heard it before. I didn't remember it by Tennessee Ernie Ford, to be honest with you, but I remember hearing the song before. And so at least I kind of knew the melody on that one. Bill Rhodes, Jerry, I'm going to give you an A or E for effort. Well, thank you. Dottie Hildebrandt, my donation is on PayPal tonight. Thank you very much. Scott Roberts, the Vern Gosdin tune requested was Set 'em Up Joe. Okay. Yeah, well, whatever it is, don't even try to wing that one tonight, seriously. No, like I said, I won't do that one if it's about drinking. So there's not a chance I'll do it anyway. Brad 42948 says, great. Well, thank you. Bill Rhodes, Jerry, I think you did a wonderful job on Tennessee Ernie Ford song. Well, thank you. Steve Mays, I have never learned a song and had to perform it on Facebook, but I did learn a song titled In the Midst and did it the next day at my niece's funeral. Yeah, well, I've done that a couple of times too, at funerals too. But most of those songs I already knew, but let's see. I actually learned, I knew how to play Amazing Grace, but I didn't know all the words to singing it all by myself. Typically other people sing that song all the time at our jams and stuff, so I never bothered to learn all the words to it, because like I said, I don't generally learn the ones that are real common because other people sing those, and then I'm taking their songs, so I just learn songs that are not common is what I typically do. Let's see, moving down, G&P Old Marine Shop. Let's see, a pedal steel player once told me, only play what you know. Ha. Yeah, well, that's true. Let's see, Gary Cooper played fast, sung slow. Yep. Don Nice, Jerry, you are a pro. Well, thank you. Gino Hitch, you got it right, Jerry. That's the one I wanted. Thank you so much. Well, good. It scrolled on me. Where did it go? Okay, there it is. Way up there. Let's see. There's some private conversation. I'm trying not to read those if I can avoid it. Scott Roberts, you did a passable job on El Paso, a tough song for sure if you are not country. Well, yeah, like I said, when you have a reading disability to begin with and you're trying to read a song that dang long and it's as fast as it is and as many words, none of the words repeat, which most songs have repeating choruses and things, so you can, it's a lot less to learn when you get something that repeats. That thing's 2 pages long with small print. Did you see how small the print is? That's a lot of words. Oh my gosh. Oliver Baroque, I played along on El Paso and it was hard to keep up, like a fast 2-step walk. Yeah, it's a 3/4 time, but it's real fast 3/4 time. It's a real fast waltz. Oliver says, good job on hitting the high notes in El Paso. Yeah, that song is just a hair too high for me in that key. That's the key he did it in, and I wasn't about to try to change it or transpose it in the little bit of time I had. Let's see, Joe Nigan says, your ability to entertain your audience. Well, maybe I don't know my limits or don't know when to stop or whatever. David Tharp, you do those gospel songs really well. Well, thank you. Dottie Hildebrand, thank you, Jerry. What a great job on that song, Trade Across for a Crown. Let's see. Michael Thompson. On that song, by the way, a little bit of trivia on Trade Deal Across for a Crown. You know, I'd been playing with Leon, I don't know, since the early 80s, you know, on and off. And he was in my band from, I think, 91's when I started the band. And he played in the band most of the time. Every once in a while, he'd drop out for a while, and I had my other buddy play in his place. But anyway, a bit of trivia about that song is that we were in the recording studio in the 90s. I think it was 95, somewhere in there. And I started singing that song in the recording studio in St. Louis. Now, it wasn't my recording studio. This was a professional recording studio. And Leon goes, "Oh, I think I should play dobro on that." And I looked at him and I went, "You play dobro?" Because he had never played dobro in front of me. I had no idea. And so he played it on our recording, and man, he killed on it. You know, it really made the song the way he played dobro on that. It was really cool. But that was where I learned he played dobro, was in the recording studio at that moment on that song. Michael Thompson, enjoying the music, Jerry. Well, thank you. Don Nice. Jerry, I think everyone likes the lessons you're doing for us. Well, I hope so. Thank you. Moving on down. Brad says, nice melody. GNP Old Marine Shop. A person's singing voice is a blessing from God. It's good, more important than any hot player, and you're blessed, Jerry. Well, thank you. That's nice of you. David Tharp, therefore, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Yes. Eddie Turner, these were all the published videos on YouTube. I have all listed. Okay. Guy Bros, so Jerry, did you get time to listen to The Old Professor? And great show. Yeah, I did actually. I listened to it this afternoon. It was not what I expected at all, but I have to say, when you said it kind of reminds you of your luck, as I was listening to it, I'm going, yeah, that's happened to me. That's happened. I've had that happen before. A lot. I mean, not exactly. Some of them weren't exactly the same thing, but very similar type things, you know. I thought, well, you know, I can relate to this song. It was kind of strange. I found one recording where he did it live in front of an audience. That was I like that one better actually than his original recording. So anyway, Eddie Turner, I don't count video inside videos on the list. Okay. Yeah, and then I also, before these vlogs that I'm doing, I had those shop talks too. And I don't think those are counted. And there was way over 100 of them. So I don't know, Eddie, there's something about the count on this that don't quite add up right. I'm pretty sure, and that's just me talking. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's well over 2,500 videos out there, or about that many. And then that don't even count the ones that other people uploaded where we're playing on those TV shows and stuff like that, you know. Guy Bros, so Jerry, did you get time to, I read that one. Let's see. Eddie Turner, I don't. Okay, I read that one. I'm sorry. Dottie says, that's a beautiful song, Poet with Wings. Yeah, it's a great song. It's just one of those that's fallen off my radar. You know, I haven't done it in so long. And generally, you have somebody that knows it to do it with, and that was Josh Poor. I used to do it with him all the time. But he fell out of the wayside and didn't have anybody to do it with anymore. Let's see. The words in that song didn't think it was about drunk listening to a 1951 Victrola, Lefty Frizzell, Hank songs, good lyrics. Okay, well, it could be. The fact that it says "Set 'em Up, Joe" sounds like a drinking song. So I just didn't bother with it. David Tharp says, "Amen on the drinking." Well, thank you. I'm not a prude about it. I mean, I get it. I know people drink. I've actually played in bars, played music in a bar or two. It sounds like I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth, but I also did gospel songs in the bar. So, it is what it is. Scott Roberts, thank you for standing up for your beliefs. Well, you're welcome. I just want to be clear. I don't see it like it. To me, it's just like the politics. You can be a Democrat, and I can still be your friend, as far as I'm concerned. Now, you may not see it that way, but that's the way I see it. I don't see that your political beliefs should cause us to be enemies, and I don't see that the fact that you like to drink and I don't should cause us to be enemies. Not unless it interferes with me or mine, And once it crosses over that line, well, then yeah, we might be enemies. But as long as it don't cross over that line, no problem. Let's see, David Tharp, Jerry, evidently you haven't heard the old saying, "Never trust a man with purple hair." Of course, they may have been mistaken. Yeah, for those of you who may not have listened to today's vlog, well, yesterday, I watched a video on how to fix my Bobcat, and this guy came on, and I swear to you, he had on purple, like you remember Phyllis Diller, how her hair was just out, it's just messed up, all the time looking. Well, it looked just like that, except it was purple, and it was a man. And I'm thinking, I'm going to turn this off, And then he said a word or two that made sense, and I went, he might know what he's talking about. So sure enough, he walked through this whole process. He didn't even have a Bobcat in front of him, like he wasn't showing it. He says, "There's no point in me showing you this." He says, "You can't see it anyway." He says, so he just talked through it, and he was exactly right the way he talked through it. So I went right straight, did what he said, and it worked. But I'm telling you what, you wouldn't expect it to just based on his appearance, Anyway, Brad 42 or 42948, totally agree with you on the drink. I don't touch the stuff either. Dottie Hildebrandt, thank you, Jerry, for doing all these. So GA, okay. You have a talent and a gift from God. Well, thank you. Let's see. Lester Cunningham, I think it's a private one. Ronald Todd, thanks for the honesty, Jerry. I felt that way about, it scrolled on me. I felt that way about some of David Allan Coe's songs. Yeah, and it's not even that I don't like those songs. I mean, some of those songs, I think they're great, I mean, they're good songs, just not the ones I want to promote. That's all. Not a big deal. GNP Old Marine Shop, totally understand. I'm the same way. Don't drink. Okay. David Sutter, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. 100% on the no drinking. Let's see. Dottie Hildebrandt, Lester, I haven't yet. I was at the doctor's all day. I will though. Thanks for telling me. Okay. Eddie Turner, I have shop talk separate from RSW vids and vlogs, plus mandolin lessons, and your last week jams separated. Okay. Well, I know you got it all cataloged, that's for sure. So if you say there's 2,000, I'll believe you, but it sure seems like there's more than that to me. GNP Old Marine Shop. Once in a blue moon, Jerry, a cold beer on a hot summer day really hits the spot. So does a cold Pepsi. It does it for me. And it never changes my mental state. Lester Cunningham, sorry, Dottie, I was at a hospital again today. I'm praying for you. Let's see. Eddie Turner, I just noticed if you write too many words on YouTube, the send emblem goes dim. Okay. David Thorpe, thumbs up, please. Okay, guys, well, I think that's going to be it. I appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate the support. We're into it for a full hour and 5 minutes. Sorry I didn't know all those songs, but I tried. You asked for them, so I try to always do something if somebody asks for it. And that's the same way when we're live on stage. If somebody makes a request, we always try to do the request if we can. We just can't always do them. Sometimes we just don't know them. We'll see you tomorrow about 1 o'clock with something else.